Yo, what's good? What's going on, man? Salute to everybody tuning into the channel. Wow, yo. Salute to Max B, man. Max B, I think Max B ain't been home a month yet, man. I think he just came home not too long, maybe like a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? He's been hitting the ground running, doing shows after shows, walkthroughs, sponsorship, brand deals, interviews, you name it. You know, that man, he's working full time. Like, this man ain't take his foot off the gas since he walked out of them gates, them shackles. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Max B, man, for the impeccable work ethic, man. I believe he's supposed to be, I thought he was dropping an album Thanksgiving. So it actually was a single, but I know the Coke Wave project between him and Max B is supposed to be dropping either Christmas or New Year's. Either one. But I was kind of looking forward to getting like a solo Max B mixtape and then the Coke Wave, you know what I'm saying, project. But I'm not mad at it, man. You know, they probably shooting visuals, you know what I'm saying, getting that all squared and ready to go, so Max can, you know what I mean, have a real strong 2026, you know, with a bang. So salute to Max B. Now, Max B is in the headlines. Max B been in the headlines, you know, kind of crazy, bro. Y'all heard about the whole Ja Rule situation, you know what I'm saying? Some dudes were backstage at the Monica and Brandy concert in Brooklyn at the Barclays, and somebody just snuffed Ja Rule in the back of his head. They started kicking him, trying to jump him. I believe Fat Joe was back there. He tried to jump in and try to save Ja, and I don't know, man. It was just crazy, and there was a lot of rumors going around that it was Max B's entourage that snuffed, you know, Ja Rule. Ja Rule later on went to clear it up and said it was not Max B's entourage. Max B also took to Twitter and let it be known that, you know, he's not thinking about no negativity. You know, that was not him. That was not his entourage. I thought that was just kind of crazy for all people to kind of label Max B's entourage. Like, what would Max B have an issue with Ja Rule for? That was just crazy to me. Now, the latest situation. Now, Max, this week has been pretty busy, bro. He's been doing walkthroughs and shows. So he had a walkthrough in Elizabeth, New Jersey, right before he had a show in Providence, Rhode Island. Now, this show in Elizabeth, New Jersey, this was, I believe, DJ Funk Flex was on the 1 and 2s. I'm not sure exactly who was hosting it, but I'm pretty sure it was some type of Hot 97 affiliation. Now, Max B's on stage. I believe this is just, you know, a walkthrough. He wasn't even set to perform. He didn't have a personal DJ, and I'm gonna get into that. Now, Funk Flex was the DJ on hand. Max, you know, was like, I guess Max was, you know, contracted to maybe do like 1 or 2 songs, but he was willing to, you know, do some records. So he's like, yo, Flex, what you got? Like, Flex tells him he only has 1 record, Pin the Tail on a Donkey. You gotta be fucking kidding me. So wait, let me get this straight, right? The legendary Funkmaster Flex, you were here present in the Max B Coke Wave era. You mean to tell me the only Max B record you have in your Serato is Pin the Tail on a Donkey? And that's not even a Max B record. Like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. That's disgusting. That's disgusting, bro. And how are you hosting or DJing an event for an artist that's going to be in the building? You would think you would be a little bit more prepared. You would have some Max B in the Serato. You mean to tell me you ain't have Blow Me a Dub, I Don't Want to Go Back From There, Sexy Love, like you Security? Like, you didn't have none of these joints. Out of all records, right? You had Pin the Tail on the Donkey. You played the hook twice, and then he plays Pop Champagne Freestyle. Everybody knows Pop Champagne Freestyle is a diss freestyle to Jim Jones and Chrissy, featuring French Montana. This nigga Funk Flex plays the Pop Champagne Freestyle, and Max is trying to be professional, you know, just playing it off, you know what I'm saying, ad-libbing. He don't even remember the fucking lyrics. You could just tell he just looks uncomfortable. Then you hear the F Bird Gang and Chrissy. You know what I mean? He didn't say it. He kind of like muted, but the damage was already done. Excuse me. It was already done. And Funk Flex, I really feel like you set Max B up. You really lined him up. to either go viral or to cause some type of issue between him and Jim Jones. That was some sucker shit. And you being a veteran, a OG, you know better than that. And you lucky them Coke Wave dudes ain't stomp you out for putting Max B in a real uncompromising position like that. That could have caused some real serious issues, man. Nobody don't want to hear no songs disrespecting somebody's wife. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't want to hear that shit, bro. And Max not even on that. And I like, salute to Max, because Max, you know, he was on Instagram Live with somebody and they were recording it. He was on the phone taking a phone call from somebody, and he was pretty much, you know, very apologetic. You know, he explained the situation. He was like, yo, listen, I didn't even tell Funk Flex to play that. I didn't know what the hell he had in the Serato. He said he only had one song, Pin the Tail on the Donkey. He threw that song on, you know what I mean? I had to call an audible. Like, he didn't know. He didn't know, bro. And of all things, why would you play, if you don't know any Max B, if you don't know any Max B music, you don't even need to be DJing. You don't need to be DJing. There needs to be a DJ that knows Max B, that knows to play the appropriate songs that the fans want to hear. Funk Flex made that shit so cringy, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And he ought to be ashamed of himself. He ought to be a real ashamed of himself, man, because I'm telling you, he lucky he ain't get duffed out. He lucky he ain't get duffed out, man. I'm telling you. But, you know, Max is very player. He was like, you know, I apologize to the Jim or Chrissy or anybody that I defended from that whole performance. You know what I'm saying? And I think moving forward, Max, you definitely got to have a road DJ. You definitely got to have a road DJ when you go into these clubs, when you go into these different venues and things. You don't need to be relying on the club DJ, okay? Because you need to be able to control what songs is being played, what songs you want to perform and things of that nature. But I get it, you know what I mean? Just a walkthrough, something slight. You know what? I'm gonna perform a couple records for the fans. You know, just giving back. And this is how niggas were paying. And I remember too. I remember back in the day, Max was always saying how, you know, Jim Jones, you know, blackballed him back in the day, and you know, Flex and a lot of guys from Hot 97, they wouldn't mess with Max B and French Montana. They had to leave New York and go to Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island to really get the tri-state area buzz, you know, upstate New York and stuff like that, because New York City wasn't really rocking with them. The DJs wasn't really playing their music like that, and it speaks volumes. How you know Max B just got home from jail? The man has a countless catalog, and you don't even have a song on your Serato. That man should be fired, bro. He should be fired. I'm gonna keep it real, man. But let me know what y'all think about that, man, in the comment section, man. Do you respect how Max B handled the situation, and do you blame DJ Funkmaster Flex for starting all this chaos? Let me know in the comment section, man. It's your boy Acito. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.